Hello, I am Richard A. Boxall, and this is my short and almost daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Ish.
You're listening to the diary of a wannabe writer, Season 3.
Hello, it's Friday the 24th of July 2026. Welcome to the show. I'm disappointed to report I haven't achieved an awful lot today. I slept very, very badly last night. Obviously, I get pains in my hip. And what's weird, and this is normal, apparently, what's weird with when you have a bad hip, it actually creates pain in other places in your leg. And at the moment, as well as my hip being sore, the left side of my knee on my left leg, which is the side the hip needs replacing on, is really painful. And for the last 24 hours, I have not been able to get comfortable, whether I'm sitting, standing, lying. It just hurts. And that's really, really annoying because it means I struggled to sleep last night. And I woke up this morning, and I actually woke up at about 8 o'clock. I thought, I planned to do a live stream and do some writing at 9 o'clock. So, that gives me an hour to do something. And I got downstairs and I had some breakfast. And I just thought, I'm not in the mood to do this. This doesn't feel like something I'm in the mood to do now. So I thought, okay, well, we'll park it and I'll do it later. And there was a couple of other things. I did a bit of... I'm absolutely determined to keep my house... Obviously, I did my cleaning frenzy last week. Was it last week? Whenever it was. I'm absolutely determined to keep the house tidy so that if I ever have a guest again, it would just be a case of minor things to do to make it look respectable. In fact, minor stroke nothing before they come. So I did a few bits and pieces. I've listened to quite a lot of vinyl today. So I listened to the third and final disc on the vinyl collection of the Rest of New Order compilation. And then I listened to the Sky Newman album, which I bought a little while ago. And do you know what? I bought it because I didn't hate her music and it was cheaper than some albums. So that was okay. I listened to the new Hard Fight album. And I listened to the new Gorillaz album. So I actually got a lot of vinyl listened to today. I've got a stack that I haven't listened to. And it's got a little bit smaller today. In fact, that's a good chunk. I listened to quite a few, two discs on the Gorillaz. I listened to 6 records today, plus a couple of the singles left over that I hadn't listened to. And then after I'd done that, I had to go shopping, so I drove into town and picked up a couple of bits and pieces, including an order from John Lewis that was delivered to Waitrose, so that was good. And then I came back still thinking I should do some writing, but I've not been able to get comfortable all day. It's really, and this is the first time that's happened. It's the first time I've struggled to get comfortable all day. So normally at night when I move position and stuff, it's never the same spot, the same position that's comfortable each night, weirdly. But I normally find something that is. Last night I didn't. And today I've struggled. So, yeah, that's a shame. And so my mind hasn't been on the writing. I've been worrying about this, the pain and stuff. And I've got some painkillers that I can take that make me drowsy. But that's fine because... so I shouldn't drive, but then that's fine because I don't need to drive anymore in the next week or so. If need be, I can go into town by bus and stuff like that if I need to do more shopping or have stuff delivered. But it's just, I'm hoping it's a one-off because some days it's more painful than others. So I'm hoping tomorrow it's just going to be back to normal type thing. It's just going to be, but we shall see. So I did lots of thinking because I reckon I've got about 2,000 words left to write. So what else have I done today? I've watched 2 different TV shows simultaneously with different friends. I mean, we synchronised online. We weren't in the same room together. So I watched the brand new episode, the first episode of season 4 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. and I actually quite liked it. I love the show. I think the characters are fantastic. I don't think the episodes were that good last year. There seemed to be a lot of gimmicky ones. And, you know, in a season of 26 or 22 or whatever they used to do in the good old days, you could do a couple of gimmicky, even a handful of gimmicky, silly episodes. But when you're doing 10, I think they need to be a little more on point. And I thought last year there was a lot of, wouldn't it be funny if we did this, or wouldn't it be great if we did this? And not too many solid stories. But this one was really good. And there was a third Doctor Who reference on the show. So the chief engineer, Pelia, has now twice referred to travelling in time with the Doctor. And there was briefly a shot, I think in episode 6 of the previous season, there was an effects shot which briefly had the TARDIS or a police box in space in it. So yeah, that's quite fun. And then this evening I watched Come Dine With Me. My God, what's wrong with me? Because I actually found it quite entertaining with my friend from London that was up last week. Anyway, so hopefully I will sleep better tonight. I'm going to go to the pharmacy tomorrow and talk to them about medication options. Paracetamol doesn't touch it. Ibuprofen doesn't touch it. The ones I've been given prescription-wise is the nuclear option, because I can only be on that medication for that course. Once they run out, I'm not allowed to have any more. Am I at the point where I need to start taking that? I don't know, but, you know, it'll last a month. Or if I'm not in pain every day, it'll last longer than that. And I don't know if I want to start taking those yet. So I'm going to go and talk to a pharmacist and get some advice about pain relief. Anyway, that's me. Hopefully I'll get some writing done tomorrow as well. I'm now going to watch the first episode of Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. To see what it's like. Anyway, thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by me, Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my cogitative considerations, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree on linktr.ee/Richard Writes. Capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.